John Prine never had a #1 hit during his lifetime. He waited 50 years for one. And when it finally came, he wasn't around to hear it. Here's what makes that even harder to sit with. Bob Dylan called his writing pure existentialism. Johnny Cash named him one of the 4 best songwriters alive. Kris Kristofferson, after watching him play a late-night set in a Chicago folk club, turned to the room and said, "We may have to break his thumbs." Bonnie Raitt spent half a century singing a song he wrote at 23. And his debut album, stuffed with what would become American classics, peaked at number 154 on the Billboard chart. That's the shape of John Prine's entire life in a handful of sentences. The industry got it immediately, the public took forever, and Prine just kept writing. He wasn't from Kentucky, though his songs breathed like he was. He was born in Maywood, Illinois, a working-class suburb west of Chicago, in 1946. His parents had come north from Muhlenberg County, Kentucky, from a small town called Paradise, right on the Green River. That's where his Kentucky came from. Summer visits. His father's stories. A newspaper clipping his dad mailed him while he was stationed in West Germany during Vietnam, describing how strip miners had bulldozed the town into nothing. Prine picked up a guitar in Germany and wrote Paradise for his father, so he would know, in Prine's own words, that his son was a songwriter. When he got home, he became a mailman. He walked postal routes through the Chicago suburbs and wrote entire songs in his head while standing at mailboxes. He had never played a real gig. Then, one night in October 1970, a movie critic named Roger Ebert walked out of a film he hated and wandered into a small folk club. He heard a quiet young man barely acknowledge the audience and sing about a Vietnam veteran named Sam Stone. Ebert put down his drink and started taking notes. His review the next morning called Prine a singing mailman who delivers a powerful message in a few words. After that, Prine said, he never played to an empty seat again, though he was still making his living carrying mail. A year later, Kris Kristofferson was dragged across Chicago after midnight by Steve Goodman to hear Prine play 4 songs. By the end of the first one, he knew. He brought Prine to New York. Jerry Wexler of Atlantic Records signed him the next day. His debut album in 1971 contained Hello in There, Sam Stone, Angel from Montgomery, and Paradise. Any one of those songs would define most careers. All of them appeared on the same record. It peaked at 154. Prine kept going anyway. He founded his own independent label, Oh Boy Records, at a kitchen table in Nashville when every major label had passed on him. Fans mailed in $10 bills for records that hadn't been recorded yet. He never let them down. He beat cancer in 1998, beat it again in 2013. At 71, his album, The Tree of Forgiveness, debuted at number 5, the highest chart position of his life. Then, quietly, he recorded one final song and told no one. I Remember Everything was released 2 months after he died from COVID-19 in April 2020. It became his first ever #1 hit. If this story stayed with you, go listen to the original Angel from Montgomery, his voice, before the surgeries, at 24 years old. Think about how a mailman from Illinois knew that much about being tired. Like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe. Tell us which John Prine song found you first.